So I just got my hands on something really cool. Let's check it out. Here it is. Let's see what we got. Beautiful old accordion. So I'm going to sample this accordion. I'm going to build an accordion instrument in Ableton Live. Then I'm going to see what kind of weird stuff I can make using this accordion. And that pack will be available for you. All right, I don't know anything about accordions. I've never played one. I've never really even been around one. It's hard to play. It takes a lot of skill, apparently. This is why it's going to be fun to sample it, because it takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot of strength, too, just to open this. We're going to sample it so we can use it in Ableton Live and get these really cool sounds in our own productions, and then get some really interesting, strange, weird, different stuff using accordion samples. Because the accordion makes a lot of noise when you move it, and mostly because my technique is terrible on making a lot of noise, I'm going to use this Heil PR37 dynamic microphone to record it, so I'm not picking up as much of that sound in the background, and I can really focus in on the actual spot where the sounds are coming out of the accordion. I've never recorded an accordion before, and I bet it's an interesting challenge, because when I play the chords, it comes out somewhere over the middle, over here. However, when I play the notes, they come out of these two little openings. They're almost like speakers. They're obviously not speakers, but that's where the sound comes out. And the high notes more towards the bottom. And I can switch octaves, basically, to get higher octaves or lower. And you can even play them together. But we're going to get the individual sounds on their own. So let's get this mic in the right spot and start recording. Now I'm going to record both octaves at the same time. That gives it a much fuller sound. Okay. I'm starting to work up a sweat playing this thing. As I mentioned before, the accordion itself makes a lot of noise, so I thought I would record some of those sounds for percussion. We can even make some cool sounds with the case. I've done the hard work of chopping the samples and building the sampler instruments and putting them into instrument racks, and I've come up with 4 different instruments. 2 melodic instruments and 2 drum rack instruments. I'm going to show you what they sound like real quick. So if you want the basic accordion sound, you're going to use BF accordion, and here's a little musical example. A little accordion style music I made here. And here's some accordion music I found on the internet. And we're going to use these first 3 macro presets to get our accordion sound. I'll switch to this one. So now we're hearing the octaves on the accordion compared to just a single note. And now we can hear a blend of both. And then here's an accordion song. The first time I ever liked an accordion as a kid was when Nirvana used it in Jesus Don't Want Me for a Sunbeam. So those are your more accordion sounds. Now once you go past these first 3 macros, you're going to get some more exotic sounds. But this first instrument kind of sticks with accordion type sounds. So this one's called Empty Street. And it's got some reverb on it and some delay. Kind of make it sound like you're playing your accordion on the streets in the middle of the night. We got Brass Deluxe. And now you can hear we're kind of departing from our accordion sound a little bit. One called Stardust. And you can see this one's making use of our filter mods. So these 3 mod controls are pretty interesting because they modulate the volume, the filter, and the panning. And right now we got the filter. We can hear that filter moving a little. But these three are also activated by pressure. So as I press down harder, I speed up and slow down when I release pressure. And it's polyphonic too, so I can play, say, some low notes down here with minimal movement. And then play notes up high, say, that have different movement in the filtering. So they're kind of fun. And they come in very handy throughout. This one's making use of that panning. Space alleyway. This one's called Stuck in TV. This, for some reason, reminded me of the film Poltergeist, when Carol Ann is stuck inside the TV. Almost sounds like voices moving around inside. Emerging. This one's cool. It's called Dolphin. I'm controlling the speed of that modulation and that high note with pressure. Pretty cool how you can do that, because it really gives you a lot of expression. The church choir. So that gives you a sense of this first instrument. The main feature on this one is really the fact that you can get the straight up accordion sounds, but you can also have these other instruments that are really playing off of this modulation that I have inside the filters and the volume and the panning. All reactive to pressure or aftertouch. So let's look at the next one. This is Accordion and Beyond. And what makes this one a little different is it has an arpeggiator. It's also got some frequency modulation synthesis going on. So we can really get some kind of metallic sounds and some extra grit and character to our accordion sounds. These are not meant to sound like accordions at all. Yeah, ARP dance. I'll take you through them real quick. Memory ARP. And you can always affect, say, the rate of the arpeggiator to fit your music. Sci-fi lightning. This is I Woodpecker. Reminded me of the woodpeckers that are banging around outside this spring. Electric Knives. Toy Spaceship, I thought was a fun sound. Now on these instruments, the pressure or aftertouch is modulating the filter. So as I let it go down, it gets a little more mellow. But I can press to get an opening filter, which is kind of cool. Electricity keys. Kakariko keys. And we've got stone cut. So I try to make a variety of different sounds that can be pretty useful in music. Demon summon. And I'm able to morph this sound around with the pressure. So it's never really very static. It's always kind of moving. Edge's guitar. Glass pipes. Triumph pad. Rubber bandit. That's pretty cool. That comes from an accordion sample. We'll put on broken radio. This is a weird one that I thought was pretty neat. Sounds like there's voices inside it. This could be useful for textures. And again, you can control them with the pressure. Just kind of a bizarre sound. And there's a whole bunch. And you have all this control inside, so you can take kind of any one of these sounds that you like and start playing around with like the frequency modulation and start getting much different sounds really fast. Change the timbre, which this control changes the way the samples are spread out. So they get stretched in different ways and create different timbres. Lots of fun to be had here. So let's check out some of the drum racks. These are all made with those noises I did on the accordion in the beginning. Some cool sounds. They're basically time stretched, pitched. Some of them just have a little bit of reverb on them. But they make a lot of interesting noises. I think they'd be really cool for percussion and some music. And this is made with the case. cool sounds. So all in all, that's the pack. It's got 20 different presets on each of the instruments and then 2 drum racks to play with. If you want your traditional accordion sound, you got it right here. But if you want to go a little weird and spacey, you just click on some of these controls and suddenly your accordion is no longer an accordion at all. So check it out. It's available at my site, brianfunk.com, along with all kinds of other downloads for Ableton Live, instrument racks, sample packs, you name it. And if you join the Music Production Club during the month of around April 2023, you get this with your membership. And you get to be part of our awesome community, our Discord. You can share your music with like-minded producers and other people that are trying to make the most of their sounds as well. Appreciate your time. Have a great day.